Have you ever noticed that the same amount of money seems to buy less and less over time? That your grocery bill keeps creeping up, or that big purchases feel just a little further out of reach? This isn't just your imagination. You're experiencing the silent, pervasive force called inflation. Inflation is more than just rising prices. It's a fundamental shift in the value of your money. It touches every aspect of our economic lives, from the price of your morning coffee to the cost of your home. Understanding it isn't just for economists. It's essential for anyone who wants to protect their financial future. At its simplest, inflation means your money loses purchasing power. Imagine there are only 10 chairs available for 100 people at a concert. What happens? People will bid up the price of those chairs because demand far outstrips supply. Inflation works similarly, but for goods and services across an entire economy. One major driver of inflation is demand pull. This occurs when there's a surge in overall demand for goods and services that the economy simply can't meet. Think of a booming economy where everyone has jobs and is spending freely. Businesses can't produce enough to keep up, so they respond by raising prices. Another common cause is cost push inflation. This happens when the cost of producing goods and services increases. If raw materials like oil or lumber become more expensive, or if wages for workers rise significantly, businesses have to pass those higher costs on to consumers in the form of higher prices to maintain their profits. The amount of money circulating in an economy also plays a huge role. When a central bank like the Federal Reserve in the US increases the money supply too quickly, essentially adding more money to the economy, without a corresponding increase in goods and services, the value of each dollar can fall. More money chasing the same amount of goods inevitably leads to higher prices. A recent example of inflation at work can be seen in the post-pandemic era. Supply chains struggle to keep up with renewed consumer demand for everything from cars to electronics. Simultaneously, government stimulus programs injected money into the economy. This combination of increased demand, supply shortages, and a larger money supply contributed to significant price hikes. So, how does inflation affect you directly? First, it erodes your savings. Money sitting in a low-interest savings account might actually be losing value if inflation is higher than the interest rate. Your purchasing power diminishes, meaning your nest egg won't stretch as far in the future. For wages, if your salary doesn't keep pace with inflation, you effectively earn less. Your take-home pay might be the same, but its real value has fallen. For investments, inflation can impact returns. While some assets like real estate or certain stocks might offer a hedge, others, especially fixed income investments, can struggle. A common misunderstanding is that inflation is always caused by corporate greed. While businesses do aim for profit, inflation is a broader economic phenomenon driven by supply and demand dynamics, money supply and production costs. These are systemic issues, not just isolated decisions by individual companies. Today, central banks actively monitor and try to control inflation, often by adjusting interest rates. Raising rates can make borrowing more expensive, cooling down demand and slowing price increases. This delicate balancing act aims to keep inflation stable, avoiding both runaway price hikes and damaging deflation. Global events, too, have a profound impact. Geopolitical conflicts can disrupt energy supplies, raising costs worldwide. Natural disasters can devastate agricultural output, driving up food prices. Our interconnected world means that a shock in one region can send inflationary ripples across the globe, affecting us all. The key takeaway here is that inflation isn't just a number reported on the news. It's a tangible force that quietly determines the true value of your income and wealth. It's the reason why planning for your financial future requires more than just saving money. It demands understanding its purchasing power. It's us. Another crucial insight is that while inflation can be painful, a moderate, predictable level is actually considered healthy for a growing economy. It encourages spending and investment rather than hoarding cash. The challenge for policymakers is always finding that just right balance. So next time you see prices rise, you'll know it's part of a much bigger economic story. But what happens when inflation spirals completely out of control, making money virtually worthless overnight? Join us in our next video where we dive into the fascinating and often terrifying world of hyperinflation.